So we can go for like how to prepare the root DC, or you can say primary domain controller. So my domain name, I'm planning to make it as a gayatrigroup.com. See for this, already we are seeing this picture. So we require like a, to mainly prepare like a root DC, we require only one DC only. And configure the IP address as an example 192.168.5.1, and preferred DNS would be same IP address. So the steps, we require a PC. The operating system must be 2003, or you can go for 2008. So better way, before installation of the ADS only, we have to configure the computer name, because once if you install the ADS, we can't able to change the computer name. We can change it, but very very difficult will be there. So we have to plan the computer names also. So example, I have given the computer name as a DC1. So the next step, what you can do, configure the IP address settings and prefer DNS. And before installation of the ADS, step 3, add Active Directory domain services role. Then to install the ADS, just you can go to run command, type the command name is the DC Premo. DC Premo. DC Premo means domain controller promoting. Premo means the promotion. So the same command we're going to use for the either to install the ADS or to remove the ADS. To remove the ADS or to install the ADS, DC Premo command only. So you have the idea about the how to add the roles. Just go to server manager and go to server roles and add the role is the Active Directory domain services. And after this one, if you type the command, the DC Promo command, so we got options here there. Create a new domain and a new forest. So this is to basically to install the root domain controller. See, after installation of the ADS, after completing the ADS installation part, if you go for administrative tools, you'll get these 5 tools: Active Directory users and computers, Active Directory domains and trust, Active Directory sites and services, and group policy management. These tools will get additionally after installation of the ADS. Okay, so this is how we can do it now. We can see. We'll go for the lab concept to configure the ADS. The step 1, we require the first one operating system. So my operating system is the 2008 is there. So Windows 2008 OS. So next one, computer name I given as system 10 and I want to continue the same name, or you want to change the system name also, you can change it now only. So the next one, configure IP address settings. So go for ncpa.cpl. I have 2 network cards are there, but I don't require 2. So I'm going to properties, TCP/IP properties. So according to our example, I'm providing the IP address as a 5.1. And as a preferred DNS also, you can give the same IP address. So it is okay, close.
If the server is connected to the internet, then we have to have two.
Then you can provide the public IP. But even though they won't provide the public IP, be connected to internet also, all the servers will be in the private only. They will configure the NATing concept, NAT. The public IP will be connected to the outside to the NAT server. And with help of the NAT, we are converting as a public IP to private IPs. So I given the 5.1 IP address. The next step, to install the ADS. See, right now if you go for administrative tools, There are no tools called as a Active Directory used in computers. To install ADS, go to Server Manager and add the roles. So add the role Active Directory Domain Services. Say next, install. So say close it. So next step, to install ADS, so just go to run command and type the command name. You can say the dc premo. Go for next. Operating system compatibilities. Depend old version operating systems sometimes giving there as error messages. So create a new domain and you want to install like a additional domain controller. Add a domain controller to existing domain, and this one create a new tail domains. So first of all I want to create like a main domain, so create a new domain and a new forest. Next, so the fully qualified domain name, depend our domain name what are planning now. So I'm planning to make it as a gayatrigroup.com. So if it's connected to internet means the domain name should be registered in the internet, and just go for next. See the forest functional level. Suppose in your organization, your old domains maybe 2000 domains are there. You can select this one. If the old domains maybe you can say 2003 domains. Depend mixed mode. Mixed mode means, say example, I got my new setup is there. My new setup maybe I'm using the 2008, but the old network I have the only 2003. So then you go for the functional level maybe 2003. The pin is going for the mixed mode, both the things. Example, my domain controllers are the only 2008 only. All my domains will go for the functional level is the 2008. So by default now it install in the DNS and will make it as a global catalog, the main domain controller. A delegation control for DNS. In providing the authority to manage the Active Directory to DNS says, see the database locations and log locations by default it is going to NTDS, new technology directory services. This by default locations. See this is called like a directory services restore mode. The meaning of restore means if something goes wrong in my Active Directory, to repair it. To repair the Active Directory, this is called restore mode. So you can provide some restore password. So I'm providing some password here. And this is not administrative password. And this is summary screen. So we selected the domain name is called as a gayatrigroup.com and net buyer's name. The LAN, what the domain name is Gayatri Group, and the functional level is the 2008 functional level and domain level is 2008. And next one, what the additional options will be there. DNS server will be installed, log locations and database locations. And say next. See now it's preparing a directory. It prepares just like a telephone directory. It preparing a directory. Now in this directory, what I can means all my employees' names or my students' names are creating the directory now. Now to complete in this one, reboot and completion. Restart in the system. You can see this one. The computer name is the system.gayatrigroup.com and your domain name is the gayatrigroup.com. And if you go for the administrative tools, we can find out additional tools now. Active Directory domains and trust, sites and services, Active Directory users and computers, and next one, group policy management.